Good morning. So at home, we have one of those little Alexa dots that we used to play white noise when we sleep in. One of my personal favorites is Rain on Tent. Well, last night it rained on tent a lot, like all night, and it was really loud and hard to sleep. And I struggle with sleeping in a tent on a sleeping mattress anyways, so just added to it. And it rained almost all night. It rained when we were just finishing setting up camp, and it started raining, and then it let up a little bit, but it probably stopped raining about 4 in the morning. I think it's supposed to rain more today, and we've got about 10 miles to do, so it should be enjoyable. But anyways, yeah, so rain on tent.
Hello, this is our day 3
update. Today we did just under 11 miles, and we are actually staying in a shelter tonight. It was rainy and foggy most of the day, so we decided that rather than setting up a muddy tent and a wet hammock, that we're just gonna experience our first night in a shelter, and a couple other gals in the group that we've kind of been seeing on and off the last day or so. 2 of them are also staying in the shelter, so if there's mice or snakes,
we all get to share that.
Yeah. But it was really foggy the first part of the day, and it was comfortable to hike in, minus the humidities, but when you stopped, it got kind of cold, so like it's definitely chilly right now.
You could always kind of hear the rain in the trees or off in the distance, but weren't really getting rained on too much all day today.
So tomorrow's going to be a hard day. We tackle Blood Mountain, which we could see in the distance as we were coming to our shelter, which was forever off of the trail. Right. But yeah.
Yep, tomorrow Blood Mountain, but today is sleeping in the shelter out of the rain.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Yep. Bye.
The other way, or? Yeah.
So last night we stayed at the shelter, and there were about 7 other people there. A group of like 5 girls that have been hiking since spring and are going to go on, I think, through the end of the week. And then another guy that showed up pretty late, like 6 or 7 o'clock at night. And it was cool to kind of just hang out with all of them. And they are staying here at the hostel at Mountain Crossing, and we're going to push on. And so I hope that we probably won't catch up with the group of girls, Gray Bear and Pyro, Sparrow and Fire Turtle, and Artemis, and then I think Water Walker was his name this morning. I have a hunch I'll see him again, but we just took a break here at lunch and tried some gear out because now the sun decided to come out and all of that beautiful stuff. So I do hope that we see these people again, because even in the short amount of time I enjoyed hanging out with them. But you hike your own hike, and we're gonna enjoy the sunshine and push a few more miles today.
Hello.
This is day 4 on the Appalachian Trail. We did 15.1 long miles today. It started with Blood Mountain, which coming up from the south side of the mountain actually wasn't really that terrible.
Yeah, it was a lot easier than we thought it was, but it was nice to have a good night's sleep inside of a shelter the night before.
Yes.
It made that climb a little easier.
And that was awesome. There was like 5 of us that slept in the shelter, and it was actually really cool. And then we took lunch at Mountain Crossing in Neels Gap, and
Dried out our gear from the night before that had gotten pretty well rained on.
and some town chores as much as you can in a single place, and then decided to push on to a shelter about 9 miles away, which
Low gap shelter.
yes was the rest of the day was pretty uneventful, minus the fact that I got stung by either a wasp or a yellow jacket.
Something painful.
But then when we got to the shelter here, there were a couple other folks, and
They had the same experience.
yeah, two other people got stung, so I don't feel as bad, but that was very painful.
Yeah. Just lots of like rough ups and downs in the later part of the day. Blood Mountain wasn't too bad, but lots of climbs the rest of the day that made it kind of tough. So
Tired.
beginning of tomorrow looks a little easier, so take some extra water with us and
Yep.
see how far we get.
Yep. So let's do 4.
Bye.